last week was, we had some days up in the 90s and that, and it was all of a sudden, as soon as like August 31st hit, it's like, boom, it's like you could feel that change, which was really kind of weird, but it was just like an overnight thing. So, all right. So last week was, we had some days up in the 90s and okay, so great. We're set there. And let me just pull up my screen again. Let's go. Okay. All right. So this evening, what I want to do is, even right before we get started, I'm going to go ahead and put in the chat. Let me see here. Let me get this in on YouTube too. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put in the chat here my email address, so you can reach out to me and contact me if you have any questions. And that's one thing I always like to do, is because a lot of times you're watching a presentation and you have a question for the presenter, and it's something that, you know, comes up afterwards. And it's like, a lot of times people are like, well, they kind of get you stuck in this thing where you have to join a certain program or sign up for something. And then in order to get your questions answered, then you wind up canceling, because if you would have known the answer to your question ahead of time, you wouldn't have probably done the offer or whatever. Although in this case here, I highly doubt that's going to happen. But what I want to do is, you can actually reach out to me. It's Rick at silverandgoldsolutions.com, or I'm sorry, .org. And that I've got there in the chat. And then also, if you want to visit this site here, this is a site that I put together based on all the information that I'm presenting with you here this evening. It's you can do silverandgoldsolutions.org. And that'll actually, I do have this presentation kind of broken down into different bite-sized pieces on that website. It's all the information I'm going to share with you here this evening, you can actually find there. But in this case here, I'm doing this live because in case you have any questions, you can go ahead and ask me, and I will be more than happy to answer them live here on YouTube and also in the Zoom room here. So I do appreciate your time. And what I want to do is, this evening, what I'm going to do is, I do have a PowerPoint and a video I want to share with you. And I guess let me preface this too. If at any time you cannot hear me, please let me know, because I've run into issues before with Zoom where when I'm sharing the video that's very important, the sound kind of goes in and out. Okay, so if that happens during this presentation, go ahead and raise your hand or put something in the chat. I would really greatly appreciate that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get started here. And I do have a PowerPoint I want to bring up, and this is something that, okay, hopefully you can see that. Yeah, okay. So what we're going to be discussing this evening is, it's the most overlooked and simple technique to building wealth and growing your income, and how you can start today. And a lot of times people wonder how the wealthy families and the wealthy generation, the families that have wealth generation after generation, how do they do it? Well, one of the things that they do is, the key to that is they all have one thing in common. And the one thing that they have in common is that they all share in the form of precious metals. They save in the form of precious metals, and it's something that they do from generation to generation. And it's all a key part of how they build that wealth. Okay, because everybody knows that wealthy families have multiple streams of income, where it's not just all their eggs in one basket. But the one common factor that they do have is they all save in the form of gold and silver. And it's something that I wanted to share with you this evening, is because this is something that was not shared with me. It wasn't taught in the formal education system growing up here in the United States. My son just graduated high school in the spring, and he was not taught the same thing either. So this is something that it's important to know this. And that's why even from this presentation tonight, I do have a great opportunity to share with you, or something where you can actually start today saving in the form of gold and silver. And it's something that you control yourself. But even if you're not interested in doing this, my point here is to share this information with you, because when it was shared with me, I had one of those aha moments. You hear people saying that about that all the time. It's like, I had an aha moment. It's like, the stuff that was shared with me and what I'm sharing with you here this evening is something that I didn't know. Okay, I didn't know how to go about doing it myself. I always thought that you had to have X amount of money to do it. You had to go through a broker or have somebody handle it for you. But this is what I'm going to share with you this evening, is how you can actually take care of it and control it yourself, where you're doing it step by step. Okay, so what I wanted to do is we're just going to go over here real quick. What are the benefits in saving in the form of gold and silver? And that's what a lot of things is, people don't understand the benefits of it. Okay, and like I said, this is an educational presentation. It's going to have some eye-opening pointers for you to consider when you're moving forward and what you can do because everybody always talks online about how you can do this to make money. You can make X amount of money, but nobody's ever really teaching you what to do after you have your money. Okay. And so a lot of times what people will do is they'll just follow what their family has done throughout the course of time. And if you're not like in a wealthy family or whatever, you tend to follow the patterns and everything that your parents or your friends or whatever do. Okay. So this is something that'll give you some additional insight as to what you can do when you actually are earning money and how you can save and not just, put it in a bank, because right now everybody knows that the interest rate is horrendous here. Especially it's like, I think like a savings account is like 0.3%, and you're lucky to get like 0.03% on a regular checking account or something like that. So that's something to keep in mind, because you want to have, when you earn your money, you want to have it growing for you or doing something for you or having an increasing value. And what this presentation is going to share with you is just what are the benefits of saving in the form of gold and silver. Okay. So how do you save? Who can you trust? And then also, how do you know if you're getting a good deal? Because there's a lot of companies out there that actually will sell you precious metals, gold and silver, but at the same time, do they have something for you to actually, share with you how to liquidate it? Say if you do need to go ahead and turn that gold or silver or whatever that you're saving or precious metals into cash or something that you can use. Like say if you have an emergency come up, do they have a way for you to actually liquidate that? Okay, because that's something that's important to know as well. And also, I'm going to be covering with how you can afford to save in gold and silver, even if you're on a tight budget. Like I said, everybody has this. There's a lot of misconception out there where people feel that they have to have X amount of dollars to do this, but this is something regardless of your income, whether you're making minimum wage or $15,000 a year, or you're making up to like $150,000 or more. This is something that you can do, and you actually can control it yourself and do it incrementally month by month. So it's not something that in order to build that generational wealth, it's building generational wealth like a 401k. You take a 401k account. If you have a company that offers that, and you take a certain percentage out of your paycheck and you put that away, and as it starts building for you, depending on how you have it diversified, the money starts growing for you. And it's something that you don't even notice because it's taken out of your check ahead of time. Well, in this case here with the 401k, it does it gradually. You put money into a 401k and not instantaneously you're a millionaire or something. No, it takes time for the money to build and grow over time. And this is what I'm going to share with you here this evening, is how you can actually do that with silver and gold. And like I like to consider this presentation almost like a way to have your own personal 401k account in the form of silver and gold. Okay, so like I said, this is something that you can do even on a tight budget, and I'll share the information with you on that. And also, I'm going to show you how gold and silver can truly build generational wealth. Okay, and it's been proven. Though you check with the wealthy families, if they're going to divulge their secrets, that's one thing that they would tell you. Okay, and I'm also going to share with you what your financial institutions and financial advisors are not sharing with you, and this is something that is very important, because a lot of times people will look to their financial advisor and their banks as to suggestions. And mine have never told me to save in the form of gold and silver. Okay, so I'll just say that up front, but this presentation will show you how and why it's important to do that. So I'm also going to share with you how you can start today. And then also I have a very, very special opportunity with you. And that's if you are in one of these 7 countries that I have listed here: the United States, Canada, Australia, Ireland, UK, New Zealand, or Singapore. I have an opportunity to share with you where you can not only save in the form of gold and silver, but at the same time, you can earn passively in the process. So as you're saving and building for your future, you're actually earning while you're doing it as well. So it's another way to get a passive income from it. So it's a really great opportunity. So I hope I'll share that information with you right after the video that I'm going to be sharing in a moment. So it's something that's really exciting. And so I hope you stick around to that point. And even after watching the video, if you're, still not sure about what's all involved, like I said, I have that website here in the chat, the silverandgoldsolutions.org. Go ahead and check that out, and I'll give you a little bit more information on that as well. Okay, so who is this presentation for? It's for anyone who understands the importance of saving in gold and silver, but they're not quite sure how to go about doing it. It's for those who are looking for other options to save and control how much and how often they save. And it's also for those who are are working for a company that doesn't offer a 401k. Now, this is something that if you work for a company that offers that, I highly, highly encourage you to take advantage of it. It's a great thing to do as far as to build money for your future. But if you're a lot of companies out there don't offer, they don't have the capacity to do that. So this is another option for you. And like if you're a business owner on here and you're watching this presentation, this is something that you could actually share with your employees, because it's something that it'll give them a way for them to save and actually have their money work for them and grow for them as they're saving over the course of time. It's also for those who are looking for money for college, for they have a son or a daughter or maybe grandkids that are interested in going to school after high school. And that was why I was really excited about this myself, is because my son was just graduating in the spring, and he wanted to go to college. And this is something that was introduced to me back in December of last year. And at the time I was thinking, holy cow, this is really a great opportunity for me to do that and be able to help my son when it comes time to school. And then in the back of my head, I was thinking, damn, I wish I would have known this about, 2 years ago or something, or a couple of years ago, would really made a difference. But anyway, so it's another option for that. And it's also for those who are looking to put away money for a nice nest egg. You may already have your savings and how you're actually investing your money, and that's great. This just gives you another option for something to consider. And then, like I said, it's also for those who are looking for an additional income. Like I said, this is a great opportunity if you're in one of those 7 countries that I have listed. And it's something that, it's pretty eye-opening how you can actually earn passively in the process with this. So then basically, like I said, this is something that it's someone if you're wanting to teach your children about the importance of saving in the form of gold and silver, and maybe it's something that you're not even aware of. A lot of the stuff I wasn't aware of, but even if you have them share the video portion of this presentation with them, it's going to be eye-opening. It's going to actually give them some very important information that they need to know. Okay. So what I want to do real quick here is to qualify for the weekly and monthly drawing for September. If you go ahead and send me an email at rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org and just let me know what your biggest takeaway from the presentation is. Okay. Whether it's something that you had an aha moment, or if there's something that in my presentation that you wanted me to say, hey, Rick, if you could do this better, would probably be, help us out more, just some feedback from you. In order to qualify, all you have to do is send me an email and say, this is my biggest takeaway, and then I'll qualify you for the weekly drawing, which is done every Saturday night at midnight, and then also for the monthly drawing, which is done at the end of the month. Okay, so that's all you have to do for qualify for that. Okay, and this is also the email you can reach out to me with any questions. Okay. So without further ado, what I want to do is I want to bring in a gentleman by the name of Zach Davis. He is the co-founder of this company called 7K, and he has a really, really nice presentation where he shares the value of the US dollar and what's happened, over the course of time with the value of the US dollar, because everybody knows it seems like, you're working and you're making money, more money, you get a raise or something, but you're still just breaking even, or you're still behind on everything. And this actually gives you some really good insight as to what's happened to the value of the US dollar. And then also it shares with you some really eye-opening examples of what has happened with the value of precious metals, in this specific instance, silver and gold. Okay, so he has some really nice examples, and it's a really nice presentation. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and start the presentation here. His name is Zach, and I will be on. He's going to touch lightly on the opportunity that I'm going to share with you, but I'm going to take that opportunity a step further. Okay, so I'll go ahead and start this video, and if you have any questions, you can put them in the chat. I'm actually going to be probably seeing me pop off screen here for a minute or two, because I need to make sure this is coming through on YouTube, because I've had issues, like I said. So without further ado, here's Zach, and I hope you enjoy the presentation.
Welcome to 7K. Are you working harder for more money to cover the basics, but it just doesn't seem to go as far? Well, it's not just you. Higher costs and
sorry about that.
Added financial pressures on families today are causing fear, uncertainty, and doubt on a large scale. In fact, as of May 2017, did you know that 44% of Americans said they could not cover a $400 emergency expense? They'd have to rely on a credit card, selling something, or borrowing money if such event arose. So what's happening with your money? Well, it's in the numbers. If you look at this chart, in 1913, the Federal Reserve was created, and you'll see at that point, $1 was worth $1 in spending power. But in 2013, the dollar was only worth about 5 cents. That's about a 96% reduction in value of the spending power of the dollar since 1913. So here's how it shakes out in real life. This is the everyday price index. This measures inflation for everyday spending in 3 different categories. So this is weighted for different expenses in each group, like more healthcare costs or education costs. Urban renters, 58.1%. Retired couples, 61.6%. Look at this for young families trying to start a family and own a home, 78.3% more inflation. Now look at these numbers. Now these are things that you have to have on a daily basis. Eating food at home costs 43% more between 2000 and 2018. 59% increase to eat out. Heat sources, 99%. Car insurance, 97%. Water and sewer, 133. Do you know anybody who'd like to go to college today? Maybe a child or grandchildren? 151% increase in college tuition. Medical care expenses, up 97% in the same time frame. Now, do you mind if I show you the case for sound money? Don't worry, it's just a fancy name for gold and silver. Gold and silver is one of the secrets the wealthy have always used for ages to amass and protect their wealth. In fact, governments and financial institutions know and use the secret. They are the largest holders of gold in the world today. There's a reason why. Look at this. What could you buy today with the same silver from 1965? Check this out. If you went to the grocery store and you wanted to buy a gallon of milk, you took in 1 ounce of silver or $1 bill, you could purchase that gallon of milk in 1965. But in 2019, 1 ounce of silver would get you 5 gallons of milk. How many gallons of milk would $1 purchase you? Nothing. That's a 410% increase in buying power for silver. Look at the movie ticket. 1965, $1 for 1 silver ounce would buy you a movie ticket. In 2019, 1 ounce of silver would buy you almost 2 movie tickets. That's an 80% increase in the buying power of silver. That means that is a 95% reduction in the spending power of the dollar bill. Check this example out. 2,500 ounces of silver or $2,500 would buy you 1 Ford Mustang in 1965. But if you took $2,500 into the Ford dealership today, I promise you, you're not walking out with a Ford Mustang. Now, you might be able to get a down payment, but look what happens today in 2020 with the same 2,500 ounces of silver. You could actually purchase 2 Ford Mustangs. Now, here's a great example of the purchasing power of gold and the dollar. Question is, where would you put this $10,000 in 1965? Would you put it in a house or would you put it in gold? Here's how the numbers shake out for 2020. $10,000 put into a home would have turned into roughly $85,000. That's a pretty good return. But the same $10,000 put into gold is $528,251. That is a huge difference. So the question is, after seeing those statistics, does your financial future seem a little bit more challenging? But why aren't your financial professionals telling you about this? The truth is, they don't want you to know. They want you to think it's not important to know the secrets of sound. But we believe in you and want to guide you in your journey to creating and protecting true wealth for your family and your legacy, because you deserve it. So we're going to show you how to use the secrets the wealthy have always used to confidently get ahead of the game now and forever. We are 7K. The 7K founders are on a mission to change the world. 100 plus years of successful business experience sits between them. In fact, they have changed multiple industries for the better. They have a passion for helping the average person get ahead. And one of these individuals actually created a company that is worth $2 billion today. They have shared abilities but unique strengths that can help you to achieve the success you want. Here's a message from our founders. We created 7K because we genuinely want to improve the lives of people around the world. We have watched way too many of our friends struggle as the economy fluctuates, employment issues arise, or unexpected changes come up in life. Using the power of gold and silver, we believe we can provide a way for people to create financial independence, preserve their wealth, and live an exceptional life. We started this company because we believe in you. So here are some of the questions that we had when we found out about the power of sound money. Let me ask, do any of these resonate with you? Where should I buy it? Who should I trust? What should I buy? How do I buy in small quantities? And how do I get more of it? So we created a membership that solves many of the problems the average person like you and I face when we buy precious metals. One of the very first member benefits of being a member of 7K is dealer direct pricing on gold and silver bullion. Here's how the process works. The US Mint create coins. They sell those coins to a dealer, and then we sell those coins directly to you. No minimums, no maximums, period. This was just the beginning, and we didn't stop there. But first, the question about what should you buy? To answer that question, we created what we call our buyer certification program. Why? Because we already made all the mistakes so that you don't have to. This expert training helps you identify what type of buyer you are and understand the following. How the wealthy have always used sound money for their gain. The key factors to protect your personal finances in any economy. What's the value of MS-70 coin collecting and why it's potentially more valuable than bullion? Why governments and large institutions are the biggest buyers of gold and silver. Now here's the 5 reasons for sound money. Hedge against poor government decision and potential economic collapse. Wealth accumulation, wealth protection, portfolio diversification, last certainly not least, and probably one of my favorite, is coin collecting. In fact, what if I told you that we all made a $1.2 million mistake because we didn't understand the power of coin collecting? Did you know that if you had purchased one MS-70 Silver Eagle every month since 1986, it would have cost you roughly $40,000 to $50,000? Now that seems like quite a bit of money, but over time, it's really not compared to today's value of that coin collection. It would be worth $1.2 million. The problem is most of us lack a little bit of discipline. So we don't go down and purchase those coins every single month like we should. So we needed an easy way that doesn't require discipline to collect coins every month. And that's why we created our Auto Saver program. So we gathered a team of world-class experts, hand select collectible coins to take your collecting and legacy to the next level. Our world-class coins and collections are sent to your door every single month, giving you peace of mind that your saving is on autopilot. Here are the 3 different options that you have for the Auto Saver program. First is the basic. We send a 7K exclusive collection, MS-70 Silver Eagle or standard 7K labeled MS-70 Silver Eagle to your door every single month. Now, we run different labeled series like the US 50 State series for this tried and true collectible. This option features the steady as she goes and most popular collectible coin that has proven to be a great long-term value. Now, our variety coin. This will be quite a showcase when you're finished. These MS-70 coins tell an incredible story from start to finish, and they're delivered to your doorstep every single month. The specialty option are gold and rare silver collectible coins that are a specialty. Often these coins have a limited run of less than 500 coins in the world. With this option, you'll get a mix of both sent to your door every single month. Now, of course, these will be handpicked by our experts. Don't feel secure about storing your collection at home? No problem. We will store your collectibles for free when you actively buy a qualifying collectible coin every single month. Every month you buy is another month we store your coins for free in our private vault. These private vaults are 100% insured by Lloyd's of London. They're military grade security, have inventory management, movement tracking, electronic visibility, and like I said before, one of the coolest member benefits is free monthly storage when you're on a qualifying coin. Perhaps one of the most exciting things that we've done here at 7K as a member benefit is created what we call the Sound Money Wallet. This is a new age of precious metals that has arrived. It's 100% backed by physical inventory. You can buy it, store it, trade it, cash it out, and more. The power is back in your hands with zero hassle and zero headaches. Here's how it works. You can take cash and instantly convert your cash into gold with no fee. Take the same gold and instantly convert it back to cash at one of the best buyback rates on the market. How about silver? You can do the exact same thing. Member-to-member transfers. Instantly send gold, silver, or cash to other members for free. You can also take gold or silver straight to you. You can request your metals to be shipped to your door for the cost of shipping and insurance. It's that easy. It's about time gold and silver gave you the freedom that you deserve. And let me ask you something. How many of you like good deals and love to travel? Well, as a member here, one of the other benefits is our 7K Advantage Rewards program. This program is helping you live a lifestyle that only you could design. There's 800 different ways to save. Exclusive offers on travel, local restaurants, wherever you are, everyday services that you're already using, and deals on the largest name brands. Save where you have to spend so you can spend more where you want. 7K getaways. Gold and silver are essential, and we believe it's the key to living a lifestyle and creating memories that will never fade. With our company-sponsored trips, you will make memories that span the globe. Hear what one of our customers has to say. In our 17-year marriage, my wife and I have never been on a plane together, let alone to a foreign country. Because of 7K getaways, we have now been on multiple trips together to places we never thought we would go. Now, remember, as of May 2017, 44% of Americans said they could not cover a $400 emergency expense. So owning gold and silver is great. Traveling the world is great. But if you don't have the money to do those things, it can be very, very difficult. So here at 7K, we created a way where you can share, earn points, and get paid. Every time you share it with somebody else, you generate points. So when you purchase your membership, it creates a spot in the tracking center. You have the opportunity to build two teams, your left team and your right team. Every time you get 500 points on your left and 500 points on your right, it generates a $500 commission check. Let me just show you the multiple ways to earn. Membership and renewals, monthly autosaver program, rare coin sales, and retail sales. Every time a new member joins your team or a monthly auto saver coin is ordered, whether you shared it with them or another active associate on your team, you will collect points towards a cycle check. And let me show you how to rank up to unlock max pay. As an associate, you can earn the $500 per week. A copper, $1,000 per week. A bronze, $2,000. Silver, $3,500 per week. As a gold, $7,000 per week. An executive gold, $10,000 a week. And as a presidential gold, $12,500 a week. There are a ton of benefits here at 7K. Here are just some. Residual income for a lifetime, like I just showed you. The autosaver program, where you set it and forget it. The Advantage Rewards program, where you can travel the world and have exclusive deals on some of the best name brands and some of your local favorites. 7K limited and rare coins. The Sound Money Wallet. 1099 tax write-offs, because you'll be owning and running your own business. Gold-backed IRAs. 7K healthcare program. The ability to buy precious metals at dealer direct pricing, and much, much more. So the question is, are you ready to change your life? Here are the two ways that you can get involved with us: the standard membership or the premium membership. Our standard membership is a 1-year membership. It includes the buyer certification training, collector's training, member direct pricing on unlimited bullion, no minimums and no maximums. The Advantage Rewards program, 3 technology credits, access to exclusive low mintage collectibles, 1 graded silver coin, and access to our exclusive Sound Money Wallet. Now, as a premium member, you get a 1-year membership, the buyer certification, collector's training, member direct pricing on unlimited bullion, the Advantage program. But instead of 3, you get 12 technology credits. You get access to exclusive low mintage collectibles. You get 1 MS-70 silver coin, 1 silver bullion coin, 10 business cards, 4 wealth strategy books, and access to the Sound Money Wallet, so you can begin sharing this unbelievable opportunity with others. So ask yourself, how would it feel to know that you had control over your financial future? How would your life be different if you had more time and more money to do what you love? The question is, will you join us in our mission to change the world? Pick a membership package and get started today. Thank you for spending some time with us. My name is Zach Davis.
Okay, so Zach did a really nice job of oops, there we go, sharing that presentation. And just real quick, just to kind of, what really stood out to me when that was first shared with me is when, when he used when he was showing the decline of the value of the US dollar, from over the last century, it's pretty eye-opening, because everybody knows that what you could buy 10 years ago, you can, with that same amount of money, you can't buy the same thing today, because with inflation, the price of everything going up, your pay raises and everything that you get, it's hard for it to keep up with the cost of the rising inflation. But like when he was sharing the example of the silver, the $2,500 is back in 1965, whether you had $2,500 or 2,500 1-ounce silver coins, they were both worth $1. Okay, if you walked into a Ford dealer, you could buy a brand new Ford Mustang with the $2,500. But if you walked into a Ford Mustang today, with $2,500, you're looking at a down payment and 4 to 5 years of paying the car off. Whereas if you had those same 2,500 1-ounce silver coins, you could actually walk out with 2 brand new Ford Mustangs. And I thought that was it was really eye-opening to me when I first saw that. And then also his example of gold, putting $10,000 into a house back in 1965 versus $10,000 into gold. And, the return on the house, the value of the house, was $85,000, that's a pretty good return. But then when you look at it compared to gold, where you're looking at over $500,000, that's really, really shocking. Okay, and it just goes to show you how important it is that even if you can do it incrementally, how you can, over the course of time, the silver and gold is going to build that wealth. And it's something that, if you think about it, the importance of gold and silver, you even look at it from like a biblical standpoint. I've used this example before in presentations. It's like, what was one of the things that one of the wise men brought the infant Jesus? He, was gold. So even going back to that, going back to the biblical times, as when Jesus was born, that was one of the things that had value. So even back then, it's always had value. It's always maintained. If somebody says I have gold or silver, everybody knows that it's got its value. Okay, and whereas there's a lot of different things out there now with, like, especially the different cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin and everything. And okay, yeah, that's something that's that has a value to it, but that fluctuates so much and it's so volatile. I'm not saying don't look into that, because that's another opportunity, but it's just something to keep in mind. Whereas gold and silver, 100 years from now, it's still going to have its value. You don't know with these cryptocurrencies and everything that's going on now, how long they're going to last, or if they're still going to be around that long. But this is just something to kind of keep in mind. But that was one thing, when he shared the $1.2 million mistake. Okay, so what he was referring to is, like, with the MS-70 graded coin. MS-70 it's a grading service. Okay, it's a grading scale. And what he was, I'm going to show you this here, and I actually held it up during the presentation. So it's this is actually a 2020 MS-70 Silver Eagle. Okay, it's graded MS-70 by NGC. That's the Numismatic Grading Corporation. It's one of the top 2 grading companies in the world. And what it is when they actually grade a coin, they actually serial number and barcode it. So it's traceable, trackable. It's something that you can actually look up online, the value of it. And if you put in the barcode or the number, it'll show you exactly what you have to make sure it matches. But it also, you'll be able to track the value of it as it goes up. But MS-70 means that's perfect. You cannot get a higher grade than MS-70 coin. So in this case here, like he's referring to with the $1.2 million mistake, is that from 1986, when they first came out with the version of the Silver Eagle, if you were able to collect 1 per month over that course of time, okay, and you'd probably spend between 40 to 50 grand over that course of time, but you're thinking about it 2 at the same time. That's over 35 years. Okay, so it's really not that much when you break it down month to month. But at the same time, that 40 to 50,000 would be worth over $1.2 million today. So what that means too is, with the graded coin, this is very important information. So kind of keep this in mind. With the benefit of collecting a graded coin is, okay, for one, in this case here, it's sealed in hard plastic. There's no way it's perfect. There's no way it's ever going to lose its value. It's always going to maintain its value. But with the MS-70, with that, as far as having the value of it being graded and being perfect, that's going to maintain its value. If you want to liquidate this, or if you went to like a silver or a coin shop or a silver and gold place, and you walked in with a graded coin that's perfectly graded, they're going to have to give you top dollar for it, because they realize there's there's no higher grade coin. It's not like where if you walked in with a regular silver dollar or a gold coin or something, they'll say, well, I've got my cost and my, it's going to cost me. What if I can't, turn it around? I have to, they factor in the cost as far as the value, but so you'll get a lot for it, but not its true value of what it's worth. Okay. In this case here, if you come up with coming with an MS70 graded coin, it's going to hold it's going to maintain its value. It's actually going to be increasing value. Okay. But like with the $1.2 million mistake, one thing to keep in mind too, like what's really important is when you go to liquidate something, whether it's gold or silver, one thing that when the government put in here in the US, when the government put in the rules and stipulations on what you had to claim as far as your capital gains, as far as like when you liquidated something, with collectibles was not one of them. Okay. Like if you have like a bullion or bars or silver and gold and, raw bullion or different bars and everything, or even coins, that's something that is taxable. So like if you paid $100 for something and then you got, made, 150 on it. Well, you would have to report that difference because it falls into one of those categories. But if it falls into the category of a collectible, that's not what the government wasn't specific about that. So in this case here, that person that had that $1.2 million collection, if they went to liquidate that, they would have a $1,150,000 positive return on their investment that they would not have to report. Okay, so that's something to keep in mind if you're wondering why they're referring to, collectible coins, and that is, as far as a collectible, there is a tax advantage to it. So that's something to keep in mind. Okay, but real quick, what I want to do is that before I share my portion of the opportunity with you, I want to go real quick a little bit more information about 7K. If you had never heard of them, they have been in business. They do have since 2016. They do have tens of thousands of members now. But they are located in Idaho Falls, Idaho. So like if you were in that city, you could actually walk in there. They have a regular building. You could walk in their front door and talk and communicate and do your business. Whereas a lot of times, a lot of companies and stuff that you hear about online, it's all virtual, where there's not like an actual physical building or an actual place where they're at. So in this case here, there's the added advantage that they are an actual company. They do have a building and everything that you could go into. They do have an A+ Better Business Bureau rating, which is excellent. And out of 40 customer reviews, they have a 4.5 out of 5-star rating, which that's great. And one thing that I really, that's always important to look at the star rating, but I think what the biggest thing that's more important is the customer complaints. At the time when I put this thing together, there were 0 customer complaints. So they've been in business since November 2016, so since 2016. And they haven't had no customer complaints. So that speaks volumes. And I will say this, over the course of time since I've been a member, I've had several questions, even like after hours, where I wanted to have some answers on stuff. They do have an after hours chat, so it's something we can get questions answered there. But they've always been excellent with their customer service. And there's actually been like 2 times where the person wasn't able to answer my question. So the very next morning, I got an answer from their other. They forwarded it in their support. I got an answer the next morning in an email, and another time they actually called me to tell me the answer. So it was really, their communication and their customer service is really high quality, and I highly. I'm very impressed with them. Out of all the businesses that I've dealt online, they are like one of the top businesses I've ever dealt with as far as the customer service goes. But also the co-founders here of 7K are Zach Davis, who did the presentation, and then there's Roger Ball and Josh Anderson. And in the part of the presentation, Zach had mentioned one of the owners or the founders was created a $2 billion company. Well, if the name Roger Ball looks familiar to you, that's who is referring to. He's actually the founder of the company called Melaleuca, and they've been around for like over 2 decades here in the United States, and they're a really solid company. So it just kind of shows you the quality of people that came together and created 7K Metals. And the reason was they wanted to share the great opportunity of giving everybody, regardless of your income, regardless of where your background, your upbringing, your color, it doesn't matter. They want to make it so everybody had the opportunity to save in the form of silver and gold and actually control it themselves. So that's where they came out with, like with the autosaver program, like he was saying in the video, that a lot of times people lack the discipline to do it. Like if you're working for a company, there's a 401k, you pick the amount that comes out of your check every week, and you do it once and you don't even think about it. You don't even see the money unless you go to look at your 401k account, but you never really think about it because it's automatically coming out of your check. So that's kind of a done for you thing. So like with 7K, like I mentioned to you earlier, I look at it as kind of like your own personal silver and gold 401k where you're controlling it. It's not technically a 401k, but you can look at it like that because with the autosaver program, you pick a day of the month. There's 5 days you can choose from, the 1st, 8th, 15th, 21st, and 26th of every month. And you can actually pick which day you want your autosaver to ship. And then what they do is they send you an email and say, hey, we debited your we charged your credit card, or we debited your bank card, that whichever form of payment you have in there, and they give you a receipt. Well, the next email you get from them, usually which is within 24 hours, is say, hey, here's your tracking number for your autosaver coin, and they give you the FedEx tracking number. And then 2 days later, when FedEx delivers it, at least here in the United States, it's always been 2 days for me. Since day one, it's always been 2 days on shipments. And you get an email saying, okay, your autosaver was delivered, and they even show you the time of day that it was delivered. So they're very, very thorough with how they track everything. So it's a really solid, they really kind of thought about everything here when it comes to, membership benefits and being able to help members and actually being able to help them build that generational wealth. And if you get on, if you're interested and you take advantage of this great opportunity, I highly encourage you to do the autosaver, because then you just set it, and then like he says in the video, set it and forget it. And of course, every month when you get that package, it's always kind of exciting. Open up that package and see which coin you got, and then just being able to, where you physically have it, silver or gold in your hand. So it's not only you're putting together, building that saving and building that wealth, but it's something that you physically own, which is very important. Where it's not like with your using the stock market or something, you're actually just trading in futures or what have you. It's just something where you have, when you physically have it in your possession, that's even more value to it. Okay. So what I want to do is I wanted to share, the opportunity I want to share with you, it's in line with what Zach shared, but I want to take it a step further. Okay. So, if you wanted to go ahead and create your membership, what you can do is you could go to www.7kmetals.com/Rick F, and you could create your membership there. But what I want to do is I want to offer the opportunity to work together as a team. And that's not my team. It's not your team. It's our team, where we work together to help everybody that's on our team that either joins through me, through you, through other people that are on the team. My goal is to have everybody at least hit that rank of at least associate. So where they have enough people, and they're left and right, and they have the points where they're actually getting those weekly checks of $500 a week. So it's simple to get I shouldn't say it's simple, because some people don't want to share it. The key is just to share the opportunity. And you could even do something like I'm doing here with this video presentation, or it's something where working together as a team, I can actually work with you to help you, share the opportunity with other people. So working together as a team, what I would like you to do is go ahead and send me an email at rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org. And with your email, include your best email address for me to contact you. Also include your phone number. And there's a reason why I'm going to show you my personal phone number as well when I get the email. But the reason for that is just to have another option for you to contact me. So like if you prefer it be your cell phone, that way, if you have a question or something, you can text me and say, hey, Rick, what can you tell me about this? Or can you jump on this call with me to help explain this to somebody? This way, you have a way of connecting with me, and I have a way of connecting with you. And I will never, ever call you or text you without your permission. So that's something that just gives us another way to communicate. So when you send me your email and your phone number, what I'll do is, as soon as I get your email, I will send you a link. And I'm going to tell you right now, what I'm not even going to be sharing my link with you. Like this link here, the 7kmetals.com/Rick F, that's my personal affiliate link. Like if you are interested in working with as a team, you can actually sign up through that. But what I will want to do is, if you email me, I will actually share a link from somebody else that's on the team already. And that way, when you get that link, you go ahead and create your membership. And as soon as you create your membership, it's going to ask you for a username. Your username, like in this case here, mine is Rick F, is going to be your affiliate. Okay, so that's what you're going to share with other people, to share the opportunity with other people. Plus, with that affiliate link, you get your own. When he's talking about the technology credits there, that's where you can share that link, post it on your social media like Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, wherever you want to. And if somebody actually makes a purchase through that link, you will get credit for that. Okay. And if they actually become a member, they will automatically be signed up under you. And then any type of purchase or points that they have related to their purchases will get credited to you. Okay. So there's an added advantage of that. Like I always tell people, like when you create your username, keep it something kind of short if you can, or at least easy to remember. And also, I tell people to maintain that professionalism, the integrity of 7K, because they really are an outstanding company. So just kind of keep it something like business related or classy. Okay. Or even like in this case here, I just use my name. Okay. So it doesn't have to be something difficult. But when you create your username, I want you to send that back to me. Okay. Email it back to me, because when I send you the link for you to sign up with, I'll have my cell phone number, my personal cell phone number. And then also, so that gives you a way to contact me that way. But then when you create your username, go ahead and send that to me, and I will in turn share that username, your referral link with the next person. So you see how that works, because in order to rank up and hit the go from associate to copper to bronze to silver to gold and keep on going to executive gold, you do have to work together as a team. And that's where 7K, that's what they want to do, is they wanted to create a community of people working together to help each other succeed. And at the same time, not only are you saving for your future in the form of gold and silver, but you're also building that wealth. And at the same time, you have this great opportunity to earn passively in the process. So if you're interested in working together as a team, go ahead and send me an email at rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org. As soon as I get it, I will shoot an email back to you with an affiliate link for you to, a referral link for you to sign up under. And then, like I said, go ahead and create your membership and then send me your username, and we'll keep it going. Okay. And that's how, together working as a team, like I said, I want my goal is to have everybody on our team hit at least the rank of associate. And then as everybody's hitting associate, everybody can start, going up through the ranks to copper, to bronze, to silver, and so on. And it's a really exciting opportunity. And I hope that you can understand, my excitement for it. And I'm also happy to share this information with you guys today. Like in this case here, I originally wanted to do the presentation. I had my cell phone number on there, but I've been doing a lot of YouTube lives, and then I don't want to get random like texts and everything. So that's why that's kind of whited out there. But yeah, real quick, it's just what I want to do is, we'll skip that. I just put together this return on investment calculator, something you can look up online on Google. And what I did is, okay, like I was saying that, regardless of your income, you can have the opportunity to save in the form of silver and gold. And so what I did is, in this example here, besides your membership prices, in this case here, if you go in with the basic autosaver, okay, which is one MS70 Silver Eagle graded every month coming to your door, the cost it's actually $109, but with the shipping and handling and everything, shipping and insurance, I'm sorry, it's $105, but with the shipping and insurance, it comes out to $116. So if you take over the course of the year, 12 months, it's $116. So for your 12 MS70 Silver Eagles would be $13.92. Well, if you rank as an associate, and it's usually if you have your left and right and you qualify as an associate, then of course you need the points to actually receive the passive income. But in this case here, I'm just using this as an example. Say if you you're real outgoing, you have a bunch of people that would be interested in doing this, and you can share the opportunity right away. You can, besides working together as a team, that's going to help. The more people that you can share it with, the faster you're going to rank up as well. Okay. And then together we can all work together to help everybody even take it a step further. But like if you were hit the rank of associate over the course of the year, that's $26,000 as passive income just for being an associate. So your cost of that with the, say, using the basic silver autosaver, this is what it would come out to. You spend $13.92. This would be your passive income, and your return on investment is going to be $24,608 or 1,767% ROI, which is phenomenal. This is really a great opportunity as far as earning passively, especially if you're into network marketing. You don't necessarily have to do that, but if you have people that you can share it with, whether it's your family or friends or even people that you work with, you might know 5 or 6 people at work that might be interested in something like this, and I highly encourage you to share that with them as well. But also, like, if you are really outgoing and you can actually share the opportunity with a lot of people, let me know that when in your emails, like, hey, Rick, I've got like 7 or 8 people or whatever that would be, definitely interested in that. Let me know, and then I can work with you so you can actually strategically position them to help them qualify you and have you rank up quicker. Okay, so that's something that with when you're sharing the opportunity, what I always tell people is just share the video or share something with it. They do have an app that you can download and actually just share like the presentations through the app or whatever, where you could text people or email people from your phone. But what I always tell people is just share the opportunity and say, hey, there's this company that I'm with 7K, and they have this great opportunity to save in the form of silver and gold. And would you be interested in checking out this video? And if they say, yeah, go ahead and send them the video. And if they're not interested, just say, okay, well, thank you. I've released now. You have the information. And if you know of anybody down the road who might be interested, just let them, give them my email or give them my name and email address and have them contact me. And you're done. This way, you don't have to worry about, oh, I don't want to badger my friends or my family, or I don't want to, just look at it that way. You're just sharing the information, because that's why, to me, whether you do this or not, if you got some value from the presentation, that's what's important to me. Okay. Because like I said, this is stuff that was not shared with me, and I was glad when somebody did share it with me. Okay. So I just wanted to go over that real quick. Okay. So there are actually 3 different membership packages. There's the standard membership, and that's actually $199. So this is, to get started, you would have to do the membership package. So the standard membership is $199. There's also, it's actually called the Standard Plus now, and that's $359. And then the premium membership is $499. Okay, so with the standard, you get something with each membership. It's not just like where you're paying and not getting anything for it. Like if you get, like with the standard membership, like when this was introduced to me, it was exactly 2 weeks before Christmas last year. So I had already pretty much was kind of on a tight budget with Christmas time and everything. So I just went with the standard membership and the basic auto saver. So with the standard membership, you get 50 points for the membership. There's 100 that's attached with the plus, and then there's 150 with the premium membership. But with the standard membership, you actually get this very nice American Silver Eagles book. It's actually an autographed copy by Miles Standish. And then you also get a silver graded coin. At the time, I got actually an MS69, which is just a hair shy of being perfect, but you get a graded coin with it. Okay, so you are, as soon as with your membership, you do have the benefits. Plus, you have automatic access to the 7K Advantage, the savings program, which is another great thing. Even if you do a lot of purchase, if you buy stuff, whether it's online, in store, or whatever, there's a lot of great offers, and you can just put in the city that you're in, or if you're on vacation or something. I mean, they have stuff from stores, restaurants, hotels, car rentals. There's a whole ton of things that you can actually save money on. And this is, a lot of times you'll hear people sharing those opportunities, and people are paying, $50 to $100 a month just to have this opportunity to save. Well, here with 7K, it's just another way that they wanted to help the members out by actually sharing something like that with them. Okay, so there's a lot of other benefits that are included with 7K, but I just want to kind of touch on those as well. Okay, so here's right now, this is actually changed. I apologize, I have to update this right here. But the basic, it's $105 a month. And like, this is just a screenshot, but when you go to create your account, it's got there'll be a drop down where you can do the 1st, 8th, 15th, 21st, or 26th. You can choose that date. But the basic is for the MS70 Silver Eagle State Series. And the State Series, what they're referring to is, it's got, as the 7K label, it's got NGC, and it's got the serial number barcode. But it's also, like this case here, this was for Utah. And each month that, you think about it, with this Silver Eagle State Series, if you were able to put together the collection, this is one of my goals actually, is to put together each 50 state complete collection, all MS70, and have one from each state of the United States. There'd be collectors chomping at the bit to get their hands on that. But then you could actually, if you wanted to, you could actually sell it as a full collection. But that's one of my goals, is just to put together all 50 states and have it together as a complete collection, because like, it might not be worth that $1.2 million, but it'll have a nice value to it. Okay. So anyways, that was kind of a side note there. So your basic is 105, your variety is 139. And right now that's the colorized state animal series. So it's a Silver Eagle, or it's the state Silver series. And it's got part of it's colorized depending on the United States animal that it is. So part of the coin will be colorized, but that one's also an MS70. And right now they changed the specialty. So instead of it being a rare our low mintage gold or silver coin. Right now it's a half gram PF70, which is a perfectly graded coin, gold coin, and that's $179 a month. Okay, so it's half gram, so it's a small coin, but it's a perfectly graded, and it's going to always maintain its value. Well, everybody knows of the value of gold. So those are your three choices for the autosaver. Okay, and so like if you when you take a look, when you create your account, you look in their back office, or even if you go to my website here, the silver 7kmetals.com/Rick F. When you take a look at that, they do also have other items besides the coins in there that you can actually purchase. There are a lot of limited rare edition coins, and they have some, like if you're a collector, coin collector, you're going to be like in heaven. They have a lot of really, really nice coins to collect or purchase. But like you can also, they have different raw coins. They have the silver and the gold bullion and stuff that you can buy. So it's not just strictly collector's coins that you can buy. There are other options, and they even have jewelry that you can buy. It's kind of limited, but there is some female jewelry for women, and some men jewelry as well, like cufflinks and everything. So there are a couple of different choices. Okay, so that's something to keep in mind too. And especially like now, with we're here at the beginning of September, and Christmas is just down the road. It's like, even sharing this opportunity with people and giving them some ideas where they could actually, it's something for you to keep in mind, just for sharing the opportunity as gifts coming up for Christmas. And because if you gave somebody like an MS-70 coin or something like that as a gift, it's and they you explain the value of it, that's going to be a heck of a Christmas gift, just think about it. Plus you got birthdays and other special occasions throughout the year too, that you can use this for. But real quick, one thing I wanted to point out is when you go to create your membership, make sure that the address that you put in the system matches your driver's license or your state ID, or like if you're from another country, what your driver's license is, because part of 7K's checks and balances, they make sure that you are who you say you are. And one of the ways to do that is you do have to actually send a copy of your driver's license, the front and back, so they have it. But then also when they ship your membership package, it has to go to the address that you supply them with, and also what's on your driver's license or your state ID. So it's very important to have that, make sure that it matches. So because they have to, I think I'm not sure what it's called. It's like know who you're dealing with or something like that. I'm sure that there's another term for it, but that's what it's all about, is because they want to make sure that you are who you say you are, because you're dealing with silver and gold, and then also with the potential to earn money here and earn that passive income. They want to make sure that you are who you say you are in that way, because at the end of the year, whatever income that you earn, like those amounts of like the $500,000, $2,000 per week in that for the different levels of passive income, when you get it, that you get the full amount. They don't take taxes out of it, so you will have to they'll send the forms to the government and everything. So they'll let them know how much money you made. So you will have to pay taxes on that when it comes time to tax time. So I highly encourage you to check with, your accountant, your CPA, or if to be on the safe side, I always tell people, well, save 40% of it. Then at the end of the year, when you go to pay tax, if you have some left over, then it's an extra bonus for you. But make sure you are keeping that in mind as you're earning those weekly passive income checks. Okay. And usually what happens with when you earn, they cycle their points, because to be an associate, you have a left and a right. And I'll show you that here. Let's go here. Yeah. So to become an associate, this would be you signing up, and your first two direct referrals, your left and your right, and you're qualified as an associate. So like there is limitations where you can have two per household, but they have to be like if you're a husband and a wife, one of you both can have memberships. But in this case here, whoever creates their membership, like I will give you a link to create your membership with. Then when you create your membership, your spouse or your husband, or like say if you have a son or a daughter who's able to, you have to be able to file taxes too, by the way. So whatever you're in here in the United States, it should be 16, although I think you can do it at 15. But in other countries, I'm not sure what it is. So the person will have to file taxes. So you can't have like a 5-year-old or something doing this. Okay, but you could save for them, but they wouldn't be able to do it. So like in this case here, if you signed up, your husband or spouse, or your husband or wife, whichever one of you signed up first, your spouse would have to sign up using your link. So you would already have them on your left side. And then what I would have you do is send me your referral link, and then also your spouse's referral link. And together, we'll work on these both qualifying and moving up. Okay. So in this case here, Once you have a left and right, you're qualified as an associate. So now you just need the 500 points on your left and 500 on your right, and then you get a weekly check of $500. As long as those points keep coming in, because with the way the autosaver dates are set up with the 5 days throughout the month, that's how you'll accumulate points throughout the month. Okay, the more people that are in your downline, so to speak, as not everybody's going to have the same autosaver date. So that's how you'll get points. Theoretically throughout the month, is because not everybody's going to have the same autosaver date. Okay, so that's once you hit the 500 points, you get the $500, and it goes into your sound money wallet, because when you're creating your account, you set that up. And what it is you put it, the money goes there, and then you can actually either use that money to purchase your autosaver or purchase other collectibles that they have, like their coin drops or something, which is rare coins that they come out with at least once every 2 weeks or so. You can use that money to purchase that, or you can actually have it go from your sound money wallet to your bank account. You can transfer it to your bank account. So there's different ways for you to handle how you handle the money that you earn passively. Okay. So in this case here, this would be an associate with one left and one right. So in order to qualify as a copper, which is the next level, which is 1,000, what you want to do is you want to help your first 2 direct referrals become associates. So like Zach says in the advanced training that they have, which I highly encourage you after you create your membership to go through the training. If you go to silverandgoldsolutions.org, I do have what to do next type videos on there. So it'll actually show you what you can do and where you can get started. So that's kind of easy to follow. But in this case here, what Zach says in his training is the best way to describe this program, or the share program, is you get 2 and then help those 2 people get 2 and then get 2 more. So in this case here, here's your 2 referrals. Then you help that first left get 2 referrals. That first right, they get 2 referrals. Then you get 2 more direct referrals, and you're already at $1,000 per week. And here in the United States, $52,000 a year salary, that's higher than the average income here in the United States. So it's something that when you see the potential that this has, and it all depends really how much you put forward, how much effort you put into it. But together as a team, we can work together and help each other out. And but it's like the potential that it has is really phenomenal. Okay, so that's why I at least encourage you to take a look at it, or try to understand as much as you can about it. Like I said, if you have any questions, you can hit me up at rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org, and I will definitely get back to you as quickly as I can. But this is basically, once you hit this here, you're at a copper, which is $1,000 per week. And I kind of drew it. This is technically how it looks. I just did this as a shortened version, but this is technically how it would look. This would be you. Here's your first left. Here's your first right. Then when you help them become an associate, or they become an associate. Now, if you share it with people and they right away can share it with people, that's even great for you, because then the next direct referrals you get is going to help you qualify quicker. So a lot of it is just, encourage people to share it, and don't be idle. I mean, I understand some people are kind of shy, but if you're shy or something, just let me know, and we can work with things on that. And I have some other ideas to share with you, but I'm not going to do that on this presentation because we're already getting kind of long. So anyways, here's your first left and first right. You help them become an associate. Then you get 2 more direct referrals, and right there, you're at $1,000 per week. Okay, so that's how to start out and how you can rank up. Okay. And because we're talking about the potential of earning money, I have this income disclosure here on here. And these numbers, there's another page I'm going to show you here in a minute. It's going to show you the percentage breakdown of the people that have qualified for payments and what it comes out to be. But just to kind of recap the levels of ranking up. So if the first is 1 left, 1 right, that's an associate at $500 a week. Copper is 2 left, 2 direct referrals on your left, and 2 direct referrals on your right. So here, 1, 2 left, 1, 2 right. Okay. And that hitting 1,000 points on your left and right. But as you have people on your team come on, anytime you get points with the membership, you get points within the autosaver. And then there's also points for if they purchase something from a coin drop, and there's points associated with it. Or if they purchase something on the website for like a gift or whatever, or if somebody else purchases from their website, those points go to you. So there's multiple ways to get points. Okay. And I can explain that more on a one-on-one call or a Zoom meeting too, as well, with you personally. So that's not an issue. Okay. So 2 left, 2 right for copper. In this case here, you'd be at $1,000 per week. When you hit bronze is next with 3 personal directs on your left and 3 personal rights. But then you also have, in this case here, 2 of your members below you are actually coppers. Okay, so they're ranking up, and as you're ranking up, it's a pay it forward program. So the people below you are ranking up, and then you're ranking up at the same time. Okay, so bronze is at $2,000 per week, silver is at $3,500 per week. And what 7K does that's really, really special and extra bonus is if you hit silver in the first 90 days and you're able to maintain that rank of silver for 45 days after you hit it, because sometimes people will create a membership and then it does happen where some people change their mind or whatever. But if you hit silver and all you're able to maintain that rank for 45 days, they'll actually give you a 100-ounce bar of silver, which right now is anywhere from it's been fluctuating anywhere from $2,800 up to $3,200. And that's just their way of thanking you for sharing this great opportunity with people. And it's another way that they pay it forward, to help you out. So just think about this. Should probably be everybody's initial goal is to try and hit silver in the first 90 days and get that 100-ounce silver bar, because that'll be definitely maintain its value. And actually, in maybe one of the weekly meetings they have, one guy made a comment. He's like, you know what, if you win this 100-ounce bar, if you decide you don't want it, we'll gladly buy it back from you. So that's just another thing to think about too. Okay, so they are really, really great people to work with, and it's a really great company. So after silver, it's gold at $7,000 per week. Executive gold is $10,000 per week, and presidential gold is $12,500 per week. And this is something, it is weekly. You don't have to wait 30 days like a lot of 99% of the stuff online. When you're in any type of affiliate program or any type of program like that, they make you wait 30 days. No, with 7K, at the end of the week when they cycle their points, which is at 12 p.m. Mountain Standard Time every Saturday night, if you hit that left and right quantity for your rank, they will put that money into your Sound Money wallet. Okay. And then also what they started to do at the end of last year is that if you hit, because they wanted to try and help people out as quick as possible as far as getting money, paying it forward and getting money back to them. So like if you they started this late last year, where if you have 250 points on your left and right and you're an associate, they'll put $250 into your account when they cycle the points at the end of the week. So once they cycle the points, those points subtract from your left and right, and then it just keeps building up from there. Okay. So that's another nice little added bonus. So real quick, the income full disclosure, when they put together this presentation out of, this goes from November of 2016 through October of the end of 2020. Out of all the members that were actually qualified or did receive an actual passive income check, 92% of them were associates. So it shows a lot of times the majority of people are just referring it to 2 people. 92% were associates, 6% were copper, 1% were bronze, and then less than 1% were silver. So, and there were gold, executive golds, and presidential golds, but there's it was still less than that 1%. That's why they don't show it here. But it just shows you that the bulk of people can share with 2 people, and that's where working together as a team, we'll do what we can to help. I would love to see everybody on the team be like an executive. Well, that would just be the bomb. But it's something that we have to work together and communicate, and that's the biggest key to being successful with this is communicating and then sharing not only your link with other people, but also the members below you, because as they grow, you're going to grow. Okay. And so just to recap the benefits real quick, you have access to the Sound Money wallet, that's actually their trademark. They have a trademark on that because it's something that they've created. There's the autosaver program. Like I said, this is your personal version I like to consider your personal version of a 401k. There's a 7K healthcare program. They do offer healthcare. I personally don't have it, but if you have insurance or need insurance, they do offer a supplemental insurance if you already have insurance. But if you need this, because some people actually take the 7K program, and this is what they do for a living. They share the opportunity with people, and so they get their healthcare through 7K. But like any other company, all companies have like an open enrollment period. I would recommend you check with them if you are interested in the healthcare program. There's dealer direct pricing. And what he's mean by that is like, typically when you if you want to buy something from a coin collector shop or something, and you walked in there, it's going to be marked up several times before it even gets to you. But what 7K does is the mint makes the coins or the bullion or whatever, and it gets sent to a dealer. They purchase it from the dealer. So whatever price they pay from the dealer is what they share with you and I. And in this case here, when they say dealer direct pricing, what that means is whether you buy 1 coin or 1,000 coins, or 1 10-ounce bar or 1 100-ounce bar, or $100 as far as your piece price is always going to be the same. There's no market. Like a lot of companies will have where if you buy X amount, you'll get a discount. No, whether you buy 1 or 1,000 of something, you're going to pay the same piece price. So that's another advantage with working with 7K. There's also, they have limited edition rare coins, which if you're a coin collector, like I said, you're going to really enjoy 7K. And a lot of times there's some stuff that are like 5,000 or less. There's been some coins that are 333 or less. So they do have some really rare coins, and they were just some nice ones. And that's all, you get certification with everything that they ship. They're very thorough. You get, everything's tracked. You get certification, everything with it. And if it's graded, of course, it's in the added bonus with it being from NGC, because you can check it as well. There's the 1099 tax advantages, because as you're earning passive income, there are certain things that you can actually use as a tax deduction. So kind of keep that in mind as well. They do offer a gold-backed IRA. They have 7K Advantage, which is the rewards thing, which is free. It comes with your monthly membership, and it's that's something where, even if you use it once in a while for like eating out or something or whatever, or if you take a trip or something, you are going to get some advantage to this. You can actually save a little bit more money. You get the residual income for life as long as you're active and the members below you are active. And most people, once they start qualify as an associate and they're starting to receive those weekly checks, they stick with it, because as long as you're active and your downline is active, then you can receive residual income for life. And then there's also the e-commerce sales, because with your affiliate link, that is a website that's specific to you. So if anybody purchases from that, you get a portion of those sales. And if they become a member, there's points attached with something, you get those points as well. So I really hope you enjoyed this presentation. Sorry, it went a little bit longer than I expected it to. So if you want to be a part of the team and work together as a team, I'm really looking forward to it and excited to have you on board. So what I'd like you to do is just send me an email to rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org. Include your best email address and your phone number. And like I said, I'm not going to call you unless you ask me to. But when you send that to me, I will go ahead and send you send that to rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org. I will go ahead and send you a referral link to sign up under. And also I will include my cell phone number, so you can actually text me if you have questions. I'm in the central time zone here in the United States, so keep that in mind if you're from another country, or if you're on the East Coast or West Coast or something like that, just kind of keep that in mind too. And once you get the link that I send you, go ahead and create your membership. And as soon as you create your membership, send me yours back, your affiliate ID that you created, and I will in turn start sharing it with people as well. Okay. And if you're not interested in being part of the team, you can still create your membership if you still want to save in the form of gold and silver. It's not required to earn passively if you don't want to. That's just an added perk or a nice little bonus. But if you just wanted to create your membership, you could go to www.7kmetals.com/RickF, and you can create your membership there. And there's also like 3 real snippet size videos on that page as well that'll kind of give a 10,000 foot overview of what I shared this evening. So I want to thank you very, very much for taking your precious time to spend your Sunday evening with me on this Labor Day weekend. If you have any questions, reach out to me at rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org, and I will be glad to get back to you as quickly as possible. Thank you again for your time. I appreciate you, and we'll talk to you again soon. I really do look forward to working with you. Okay, take care. Bye.